Today I want to talk about one of the archetypes in my cube, specifically the Dimir draft archetype, which is artifacts. And Dimir is all about leveraging artifacts as resources, synergizing with the graveyard, and grinding out incremental advantage through value engines, evasive threats, and drain-based finishes. The goal isn't necessarily to win fast, but to out-resource your opponents and win once they're out of answers. This is a color pairing that I have struggled with, just because it's hard to fit in cards into the cube that the artifact deck really wants, but that's sort of supplemented by the fact that in addition to the cards in blue and black that care about artifacts, there's also over 40 slots in the cube dedicated to colorless artifacts. So in some respects, blue and black has a lot more representation than the other archetypes, just because of the nature of artifacts and being a colorless inclusion that every deck can run, but they're more potent in the blue and black archetype. For synergies in the game plan, you've got your early setup cards like Spyglass Siren, Vault Scourge, and Ethereum Terramander, which give you evasive creatures that can help build your artifact count early. Hard Evidence and Diversion Unit can both slow down more aggressive decks while also adding artifacts to the board. Psi Master Thopterist and Forensic Gadgeteer provide token generation for every artifact cast and can also turn excess artifacts into card draw. There's also plenty of graveyard synergy and artifact recursion with things like Emery, Lurker of the Lock. You can do loop-based gameplay by recasting cheap artifacts, and can get really nasty when repeatedly casting spells like Walking Ballista every turn. Altar of Baal and Warren Soul Trader offer sacrifice outlets for your artifact creature tokens and can help you accrue value in that way. 3 Steps Ahead and Arcane Proxy offer flexibility that can shift tempo in your favor during the early game, while scaling to more powerful effects in the late game. As far as payoffs and finishers, Urza Lord High Artificer can turn all those artifacts into mana, and he can really transform and warp the game if left unchecked. Kappa Cannoneer and Torrential Gearhulk represent massive game-swinging threats that benefit from many of your artifact synergies. Tezzeret the Seeker is a planeswalker that can either untap mana rocks, tutor for artifacts, and its -5 ability can end the game with a full board. Marionette Apprentice, Phyrexian Fleshgorger, and Noxious Gearhulk can help pad your life total out while assembling your winning play and helping you get to the late game. As far as key interactions and combos, things like Emery, Lurker of the Lock, plus Mishra's Bauble, just repeatable card draw, while also giving you information to your opponent's deck. Tezzeret, Agent of Bolus, plus artifacts, you can just animate those cheap artifacts into big 5/5 threats. And the Kappa Cannoneer, with repeated artifact plays, is unblockable, rapidly scaling win condition. And Marionette Apprentice with sacrifice outlets can suddenly drain your opponent's life out of nowhere with enough artifact fodder. Some of these signpost cards for this is Baleful Strix, a clean 2-for-1 value artifact that helps stabilize in the early game and synergize across all your artifact-based engines. The Oil Deep Gearhulk is a bigger, badder version of Vendilion Click with the benefit of artifact synergies. The deck wins by grinding out value. Card draw from Forensic Gadgeteer and similar effects ensures your hand stays full. You can generate board advantage from Seed Shark or Psi, and go wide with tokens, or tall with Tezzeret's buffs, or the Kappa Cannoneer. There's also recursive threats. Emery, Lurker of the Lock, and Altar of Baal allows for you to bring back your best creatures. Overall, the blue-black deck can be a lot of fun. It's one that I'm still working on and trying to see if I like this one, if I like this theme better than some alternative themes. Having played in the recent Final Fantasy pre-release and seeing how the blue-white draft archetype was all about artifacts, makes me wonder about what I can do to improve my Dimir artifact cube. Because right now I feel like the blue is really solid, but it's been a struggle to find black artifact theme cards that I want to include. I like my Dimir cube. It feels not as complete as some of the other factions previously discussed, but it is one that I'm working on and trying to find more synergies and ways to get it to click better. I'll be back with another video to discuss more draft archetypes for my cube. Thank you for listening.